What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, May 20th. Now obviously in today's video we're going to be talking about Doge Bitcoin, but also there have been further developments regarding Kraken. Now one of their team members have come out of the woodworks and now has spoken about potentially a major hint towards a Doge spot trading listing announcement. Now I want to cover what that's all about, also how Doge is decoupling maybe in the sats price level away from all these other runes. That's really pretty much showing us that Doge is getting ready for a parabolic move. But also there's some news around Kraken, their news outlet, releasing an article regarding their CEO, obviously potentially hinting towards that spot listing announcement. But we have to cover the charting analysis at the end of the video because I want to share with you the price movement and what we could expect to see. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So right now, Doge Bitcoin is hovering around a 350 million market cap over the past 24 hours, only down almost close to around 0.25%, not too much. We compare that to Bitcoin's price over the past 24 hours. Still, I think right now, Doge and Bitcoin are pretty much correlated together. Let's look at Doge Bitcoin in terms of ranking. Right now, it's still at 154. Now, whatever is going to happen with Kraken, I definitely think that because of Kraken support, it unlocks a lot of liquidity to over 350 million users in America, just within America. I think it's going to surpass absolutely SPX 6900, and I think it potentially could reach into the billion-dollar family. But the most important thing I think we should cover is the amount of trading volume that Doge has done to date since April 24 of 2024, since the airdrop of Doge. It's done today $9.9 billion in total trading volume without a tier 1 centralized exchange. We're getting close to the $10 billion mark. The question is, are we going to reach $10 billion in total trading volume before that announcement of Kraken? I guess we'll see. But here's another thing that I think SkyChirp shared with us in terms of decoupling in sats. Now, if you look at Doge to the moon, which is this blue one right here, this blue dot signifies that Doge is breaking away and decoupling away from other runes. I think people are starting to understand that Doge has the most trading volume, has the strongest community, but also has the strongest engagement with exchanges such as Kraken. The likelihood of Doge being on Kraken for spot trading is highly likely. So that's why you're seeing a lot more pretty much activity in trading volume within Doge. So that's really good to see. Shout out to SkyChirp for sharing this specific diagram. Now, another thing I want to share is something that Ordinal News just posted as of yesterday. Now, over the past 12 months, apparently Bitcoin meme coins, more specifically runes, by the way, which is this blue section right here, captured 39.7% of all Bitcoin transactions compared to BRC20 tokens, say for instance, which is this yellow section. So whatever you're seeing happening with BRC20 tokens, it's all funneling over to runes. That's where really the most activity and attention is. And then you have things like this, an announcement by Middle. And that is regarding that they are stacking Doge tokens as their Doge strategic reserve, or aka their proof of WOOF. And that's why I think it's really important. There are people stacking Bitcoin for their Bitcoin strategic reserves within the US in different states, and hopefully sooner or later within the US, hopefully, Congress can pass that at some point or another. But now people within the DeFi world, aka not institutions, but just regular retail, they're stacking their Doge strategic reserve. Remember, institutions mainly buy Bitcoin, but retail will buy the #1 meme coin, which is Doge Bitcoin. So that's why you're seeing major sales, such as what John Wick reported as of today. Someone spent just $16,000 worth of Doge just as of yesterday, which is around 4.5 million Doge tokens. In other news, Polis reported just as of this morning that that wallet that's been manipulating the price, it could be a bot on behalf of Gate.io or maybe OKX or maybe even Market Maker, started reducing its sell orders just as of this morning. It has increased its sell orders back to around 88. Last time I checked, it was around 87. But it's interesting to see that they're reducing the amount of sell orders. And I think what the market makers, bots, or exchanges are starting to see is possibly what they're seeing with Kraken is that they should stop selling and start buying more. Really, this used to be at around 120 sell orders almost every single day, and has decreased it from around 55 to 88. Just think about that. What do they know that we don't know? So yesterday, I saw this on Kraken News within an Asia news outlet / exchange. Now, this is a verified Kraken news outlet, which is associated with Kraken. And pretty much they noted that the Kraken CEO, Arjan Sethi, did post the dog ticker symbol within his own X profile description. And because of that, it started describing what Argon stands for, which is to have a consistent approach of embracing emergent trends of digital assets. So this could be potentially connected to not just tokenized projects, but also meme coins such as Dog. So is this pretty much related to a launch of Dog spot trading? I think so personally for myself. Now 420 Dog Kraken, aka 30N Prez, who I support and is one of the people that I follow on my X account, he's been a big supporter of Dog. Now he made a message personally directed to Peter, who is also the asset listing principal, and also Matthew, the VP of growth over at Kraken. And he basically was saying, listen, I know you guys must be really nervous about saying anything about dog related posts, and anything that you say, it could lead to, basically false claims or farming engagement, whatever it may be. So Matthew back on May 11th said this: I only speak when I have something to say. Big supporter of all things Bitcoin DeFi in many different ways, and have been a supporter of runes too. Don't want to share false hope to people. So when I do speak, you can take my words at face value. Now, I just want to keep in mind that Matthew has not been talking about runes for almost close to around 6 to 7 months. And he's been staying silent because he doesn't want to leave that false hope. So out of nowhere, as of today, in response to this post back on May 11th that Matthew said about not leading false hopes, Pips wanted to basically respond to that saying, please stop engagement farming. He's basically saying listen, Kraken, are you engagement farming with us? Because it's not right. It's playing with our emotions, all right? And so Pips was just saying to Matthew, please don't do that. But guess what? Matthew replied down below saying, I told you, I only speak when I have something to say. And he does have something to say. So Matthew this morning said runes. That's all he said. It already has 78,000 impressions. Now, I want to just tell everybody, Matthew would not be saying runes out of nowhere for no particular reason. Why would he want to engagement farm and start to play with people's emotions? Because he's not. It's because he's hinting towards something without legally saying Dog is listed for spot trading. But the fact is, this isn't just about Dog. This is about runes. Kraken is integrating the runes protocol to integrate Dog, Pups, Billion Dollar Cat, Mim Token, every other top tier blue chip rune they're getting ready for. But mainly Dog is going to be the #1 meme coin that's going to be listed as the first priority meme coin within the runes protocol on Kraken. So I want to play this video for you right now. By the way, why am I playing this video for you right now? Is because Matthew just retweeted this video as of today. Now this was posted back on May 30th of 2024. This was just shortly a few days after the launch of runes back on April of 2024. So whatever you hear from this specific video, just know that yes, runes did take a plummet. But you shouldn't judge a book by its cover because runes have only been around for around a year plus a couple months, and that's it. The fact that runes right now experience that retracement in trading volume is completely healthy. That allowed people like myself and many other whales to buy up as much as they can. This is completely normal, and what I saw in Bonk and Solana. People say things are dead, but things always come back alive. So here's this clip from Matthew and why he's saying and why he retweeted runes are gonna blow up. You have been warned.
And finally, where I have played a little bit is in runes. I still think runes are a great bet. And I did some analysis here yesterday, and today I've seen there's been a real big run on runes actually. And I think the total combined market cap for runes just passed 1.5 billion. And it was under $1 billion a couple of days ago. So it's on a real tear. I think the thesis here is that you've got Bitcoin layer 2s, which is going to be feeding frenzy a little later in the year. It's going to bring more attention. We're going to have more decentralized exchanges, central exchanges listing runes. And I saw that there was a Donald Trump rune that got minted out yesterday and is now on a huge tear. But, a lot of the majors on runes are likely to see a lot of appreciation, as they have this week in particular. But I think that's going to continue.
Now, remember this clip that I shared with you back on May 14th from Lady of Crypto, is that what happens with meme coins, in order for them to have parabolic moves, is to have communities like yourself within the Doge Army just completely engaged with Kraken from left to right, sending thousands of impressions, sending hundreds of retweets, hundreds of comments, hundreds and thousands of likes. The reason this leads to something is the momentum. What Lady of Crypto always mentions, that in order to see those major pumps, the momentum has to happen, and that momentum is Kraken making that announcement. Okay, now let's get into the charting and analysis. So right now, this is where DOG stands in terms of the 20-day and 50-day moving average. The 20-day is the orange line. The 50-day is the green line. As you saw here, the price of DOG touched exactly to 20-day moving average. And you're seeing right now, it's just bouncing off and just trying to find its place. It's waiting for that announcement to happen. And when it does happen, it's going to pop off. And you'll see it kind of resemble something like this, which is this green line. Again, we're just waiting. We don't know when it's going to happen. It may not look like this. It could trade sideways for a little bit, or there could be some manipulation from the leverage traders to bring it back down once again below, by the way, below the 20-day moving average. It can absolutely happen. We've seen it happen plenty of times. But here's another thing I want to share with you. Let's change the 20-day moving average and the 50-day into the 50-day and 200-day moving average. Okay, now this orange line is now the 50-day moving average, and the green line is the 200-day moving average. Now you're watching right here. Have you noticed that the orange line, which is the 50-day moving average, is still pumping higher and higher, and sooner or later it's going to have a golden cross, and that's going to form a huge parabolic move to the upside above $1 billion. It's going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just letting you guys and girls know as of right now what's about to happen. And this is my last statement that I want to share with you. The DOG Bitcoin is going to be the best performing meme coin that Kraken FX has ever seen. It's going to be bigger than Dogecoin. It's going to be bigger than Bonk, Floki, Dog with Hat, everything they can think of. It's going to be better than all of them. And you know why? It's because it's the only meme coin on Bitcoin. All these other testnet coins are on Ethereum, Solana. Those chains have such low market share. Ladies and gentlemen, DOG has the power of Bitcoin. So let me end it off here. I'm repeating to you that Kraken is giving you all the major hints that DOG is going to be listed on Kraken for a spot trading announcement. And you're sitting here looking at the price of DOG at a market cap of $358 million, which, by the way, is only 0.016% of Bitcoin's market cap. All these other testnet meme coins I just mentioned are 1 to 7% of their native chain. Think about that. DOG at only 1% would already send it in the multi-billions of dollars of Bitcoin's market share. But this is up for you to decide what you're going to do. Right now, I'm buying as much as I can. Because Kraken isn't going to be the only exchange. Kraken will be the very first one. Then it'll be OKX. Then it'll be Bybit. Then you'll see other major exchanges such as Crypto.com, HTX, KuCoin, then bigger ones such as Binance and Coinbase at the very end. I'm telling you right now, this is the time to be looking at DOG and DCAing. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below of what's happening. I cannot wait to read them, but I'm giving you a warning of what's about to happen. So with that said, by supporting this channel and you want to get all the updates regarding DOG, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all those updates regarding DOG or the moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.